Fouls on Alonzo Trier. Here's Ivan Rabb, Player of the Year candidate in the Pac-12. He averages 15 points per game, 11 rebounds per game. That pass was touched by Arizona last, but Okoro tried to save it. I don't think he realized
what
that
is
Arizona
Kingsley doing, please?
I said, I don't think he realized that Arizona touched it.
How do you know that? We can see it clearly here. Please, Kingsley, let's go.
Arizona has won.
The fate of the world is in the balance right here.
Arizona's won 68 of the last 69 games played here at McHale Center.
We were here for the one that they lost.
Yeah, against Oregon. Cal also won here when Arizona was ranked 7th 4 years ago. Then 3 years ago, Cal beat a #1 Arizona team in Berkeley. So they've beaten Arizona twice when they've been ranked in the top 10 as Dusan Ristic, who Sean Miller says is his most improved player, gets the game's first basket.
Fantastic for Deuce, who's just become a real force, a power, a pillar down there low. Can he continue it and sustain? Oh, they're coming with the quick double team against Ivan Rabb, making him pass the ball.
Okoro couldn't handle that pass. Another turnover by California.
This is not the start you want from Kingsley Okoro. Sir Kingsley. The Queen might renounce that knighthood.
Here's what's at stake. Joe Lunardi has Cal as a 10 seed. Right now has a handful of Pac-12 teams in. Arizona trying to stay atop the conference. They've got a full game lead in Oregon after the Ducks were knocked off by UCLA the other night. But remember, Oregon trounced Arizona last Saturday, the lone loss in conference play. And it's the only meeting this year between Oregon and Arizona.
That was a 40-point game. Lowry Markkanen.
Oh, Okoro, one of the nation's leader in blocks, swats it back. And then Raleigh Alkins with the clear. Here's Trier for three.
Come on, those guards for the Bears, they've got to cut that foul line on those long rebounds. You have to assume they want to win. Kingsley thinks the game starts at 9 o'clock.
Grant Mullins, who had 6 threes in their win against Arizona State.
Yeah, he made his first 6 shots, all threes, and then he missed the last 3. Ivan Rabb.
Strong move by Rabb. And a foul called here on Rabb. That's the first on Cal.
Kingsley Okoro, perfect defense. Got some tremendous NBA former players here in attendance tonight looking at the future of basketball. Bob McAdoo, John Shoemaker here representing Miami and Phoenix respectively. Kingsley, who's climbing that ladder, all-time blocks leader for Cal. Dave Kravish, the legend. It's going to be tough to catch him because Kingsley just doesn't play enough.
He also said, take that, Walton, after you said that he thought the game started at 9, then he goes and blocks a future top 5 pick in Markkanen, and here's another foul called. And again, look, they're being consistent, Bill.
No, they're not. It's a terrible call.
Why is it a terrible call? If
the ball was blocked, just call it out of bounds and give it to Arizona.
No. It was on the drive. It's Mullins with the hand. Here it is right here. Watch the hand. That's a face grabbing his jersey.
That's not true. When a 7-foot guy lowers his shoulder into a little 5'8" guy, pushes him out of the way.
You can't grab a guy's jersey. It's a foul.
Oh, please. When was the last time you played basketball?
You keep bringing that up, and you know the answer. Madison Memorial High School, sophomore year.
Was Bo Ryan your coach?
In Platteville, he was when I went to camp. He was my coach.
You went to Platteville?
In camp.
I thought you went to Syracuse.
I did. Camp, not college. Here's Ristic from outside, and Dusan Ristic with all 4 for Arizona.
The touch, the skill, the rare combination of increasing, developing power, and then the touch. The ability to face him up and the confidence to let it go. Little Charlie Moore's got to get it going. Oh, please.
Markkanen blocks it out of bounds, but a foul called on Markkanen. That's his first.
When are these fans going to sit down? Or just going to be like a dead show where they just stand up the whole night?
Well, the reason they're standing is they stand here in Tucson until Cal gets its first basket.
Bears.
Then they'll sit down.
Growling. I saw a ton of Bears today. I had to fight one off.
Yeah, I noticed you have a scar to prove it. We'll get into that later, though. 4-0 Arizona. Cal riding a 5-game win streak. Their last loss was at Oregon by 23. They've been hot since. Trying to keep NCAA tournament hopes alive. They made the tournament last year. They're first since 2013.
Arizona's defense just too good. Somebody's got to be able to break this down. Ivan Rev, drive to the hoop, please.
Here's Bird for three and buries it. And that's a great sign. Jabari Bird last year shot over 40% from three. He's been up and down this year. Cal needs him if it's going to win this game.
He spaces the floor for him. He's got a tremendous stroke. Consistency and health are his biggest challenges. He's got a bad back that frequently goes into spasm.
He missed 6 games this year because of that back injury.
As I believe that spasm sometimes affects you as well.
And there, Rab blocks Markkanen. Yeah, there's a reason it's called an eye twitch, and it started 5 years ago when you and I got together. There's Cuonzo Martin in his 3rd year as the coach of California. He has a history in the month of February, a great record. In 7 years, he's lost only 12 games in the month of February. His teams traditionally get better as the season goes along.
Okay, so you make a statement like that. So
Markkanen just picked up his 2nd foul, Bill.
Lowry, who was a Player of the Year in the Conference of Champions candidate until a couple of weeks ago, he's really kind of fallen off. Hasn't scored in double figures in 3 straight games. He's their team's leading scorer. Everything has changed for Arizona since.
This is an offensive foul on Singer on the screen. That's his first.
Boy, these referees need to take a big, deep breath.
They're just doing their jobs.
Let this game flow. There he is. I found a cat. I was defending the honor of the University of Arizona against the invading Bears.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's, proud sponsor of the 2017 John R. Wooden Player of the Year, and the Capital One Venture Card. Earn unlimited double miles on every purchase, every day. What's in your wallet?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the all-time great basketball players, and I have no idea what has happened.
Well, there's a growing concern in America about bears attacking schools, right? And so I didn't believe it. But then today, here I was, trying to enjoy a nice quiet moment on campus here at the University of Arizona, and this big bear came right after me. And so here I had to fight it off. I was dodging behind the saguaros, and that's what happened. Yeah. I got attacked by this bear. So, man, I just really, really hope that we can get this under control in our country here.
I really can't believe you were doing that. But then again, after seeing you pecking a tree with your head, banging it against the tree like you're a woodpecker.
Dr. No doesn't feed us.
Nothing surprises me anymore. Dr. No's our producer who enables you constantly. Arizona, let's go back to the game. Arizona up 1. Lowry Markkanen.
What did we miss? The advance of the ball? Please, calm down.
Chance Comanche's in the game. He's going to play a lot of minutes now because Markkanen's on the bench with 2 fouls. How long does Sean Miller keep him on the bench? He went out with about 17 minutes to go in the first half. So he's been on the sideline now for 90 seconds.
Well, so you're already calling for him back? This guy Chance has been playing terrific.
And Comanche fouled Cameron Rooks.
This is what happened the other night. The other night against Stanford, Stanford comes in here and almost beats Arizona. Stanford has had a really tough season, but Reed Travis just had a monster of a game. But the game the other night started at 9 p.m., right, in Tucson here. You know, how many things go on in Tucson? Anyway, they called so many fouls, the fans couldn't even stay awake. That'd be like the Grateful Dead starting the set at midnight and then just playing nothing but slow songs. Come on, man. We come here to rock. We come here to play. We come here to celebrate the greatness of these young, magnificent winners of the genetic lottery, and these refs just call these little ticky-tack fouls, please.
Comanche 1 of 2 at the line, 11 points in the Stanford game. One of the things Sean Miller was not pleased with after the Stanford game, the lack of rebounding by Ristich, by Markkanen, and you have to rebound against Cal. They're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country.
Screen by Cameron Rooks.
And Charlie Moore puts it in, and we're tied at 5. Moore, a freshman from Chicago, who's had a terrific first season in Berkeley.
Everything for the Bears has changed since Grant Mullins came into the starting lineup.
Yeah, Mullins, a graduate transfer from Columbia.
Beautiful pass.
And Comanche sends it in.
Chief. Throw it down, Chief. He's already made more of a positive contribution than Lowry Markkanen did. When you talk about player development, this is the players program. This program has Chris Rounds. Few people in the history of this conference have improved in such a short time as Chief Comanche has.
Or Chance Comanche, which is his name. Here's Cameron Rooks backing down Ristich, got stripped, cleaned up by Domingo. Shot clock at 4. Here's Bird.
Beautiful.
And that's his second three-pointer.
Oh, to just see him look down at the other end of the shot clock, realize he had to do it, and then just rose up. What a classically beautiful shot. Congratulations, Jabari, and way to go, Carl.
Both of those threes coming at the end of the timer. 45 threes on the season. The answer from Kobe Simmons, the freshman from Atlanta.
Kobe Simmons, just one of those spectacular dynamic comets. There's a comet going through the sky right now, and boy, are we ever so lucky. Comet 45P, flashing across as a green beam of light here in the Tucson sky last night.
In other news, Cal is nailing threes. Mullins with that one, 2 by Jabari Bird. So 9 of the 11 points for the Bears coming from behind the arc.
So Cal makes a lineup roster change, put Grant Mullins in there, and they get better. Arizona, they make a roster change, lineup change, and they struggle.
You're talking about Alonzo Trier going into the starting lineup last game? But
even coming back to the team.
Why?
You know,
he was
when I saw him earlier in the season, they were better without him.
But Bill, he's one of their best players last year. They need his scoring to win a championship, and you knew he was going to start at some point.
Why?
Why did I know he was going to start at some point?
How'd
Because
you
Sean
know
Miller
that?
told me he was going to start if he came back. And all the players knew it as well. And in fact, Sean was saying today that actually he thinks Kobe Simmons has relaxed a little bit with Trier back in the starting lineup because he's not looking over his shoulder.
Kobe's grimacing right here. We
Yes.
hope he's okay.
The reason that, for those of you that have not been watching Arizona basketball this year, the reason Alonzo Trier was out was he was suspended for a PED that he reportedly was given by a family member after being in a car accident last summer. The NCAA would not allow him to be eligible until it left his system entirely, so he was getting tested every single game. And finally, just a couple weeks ago, it wasn't in his system.
How many games did he miss?
He missed 19 as Keanu Pinder puts it in. Arizona back on top.
So I'm assuming then with having to miss 19 games, that's what, 6 weeks, 2 months? Beautiful pass.
And Rab with the basket. Nice look by Singer.
So if it takes 6 weeks to 2 months to get out of your system, I'm going to say that that PED, performance-enhancing drug, is stronger than a glass of water.
Well, Pinder's saying reverse it over to Jackson Cartwright as they had a mismatch down low as Bird is trying to guard Pinder, who has about a 4 or 5 inch advantage.
Beautiful.
That's 2 threes by Kobe Simmons. Maybe he's more comfortable off the bench. He's got 6 points.
I am a huge Kobe Simmons fan. This guy has got an unlimited future.
Arizona number 9 in the country,
Oh,
atop the
please.
Pac-12 standings, and
Why
a
can't
foul
they-
called on Pinder.
Why can't they just call that out of bounds?
That's the
They're just changing the entire tenor of this game.
4th team
oh my
foul on Arizona.
God. Science, facts, academics, let's go.
Walton's World next.
I am. I can. I will. The Wildcat way. Here we go. Okay, fans of the world, here we are, the Ginny L. Clements Academic Center on the campus at the University of Arizona. And here's Ginny. Yeah, how cool is that? And here is Erica. These two angels, they make it all happen.
My late husband, Bill Clements, started the Golden Eagle Awards in 1979. And that was to give accolades to not only the athlete, but the student and their academics. So you had to make a 3.0 to even get an award.
This is the Cedric Dempsey CAPS program. It stands for the Commitment to an Athlete's Total Success, and it encompasses all our support services: academics, life skills, medical services, sports psychology, and strength and conditioning. This is our football practice field.
Wow.
We've got our hot and cold pools here too for rehab and recovery.
Dave. Hey, we're right here at the donor wall, the Ginny L. Clements Academic Center. We want to thank the Braccia family, the Lappin family, and then our angel, our deliverer, Ginny. Thank you. the privilege of spending the day with Ginny Clements. Oh, what an absolute force of nature. And she was so kind. Her commitment to education and what they're doing here for the student athletes. That building is right in the middle of all this athletic complex on the southeast corner of this incredible university. So Dave, they have presented another book. I know you don't like to read, so this is a picture book, a lot of pictures in here, okay? But also what we have for you is a certificate of access that you, Dave, is that your name? Is it spelled correctly?
It is.
Okay,
Good job.
so I got to sign this right here. Because I am giving you the authorization to go in anytime for the rest of your life. This certificate of access to the Ginny Clements Academic Center. So please.
Thank you very much. Terrific.
Train your mind. Learn how to compete.
I'm not going in there.
Open your heart and soul.
I actually heard, the reason I'm not going to go in there is I heard they had people in hazmat suits in there after you injured yourself in there and were bleeding everywhere. More on that.
What kind of suit?
Later. Hazmat. Here is a three-pointer that's off the mark for Charlie Moore and then knocked out of bounds by Rapp.
Look at this very cool book right here.
So while you're doing your spinning here,
right,
you swiped your arm, and apparently you were, not only were you bleeding, but you came into the arena tonight possibly infecting millions because you had an open wound, so we had to get Justin Kokoski, the trainer over here, to patch you up.
Right, well that was after I got attacked by the bear out in the cactus garden. So it all rolls into one here, but it's very dangerous times here. And so I have another book for you to read.
Hold on, Alonzo Trier knocked it out of bounds. So here's Justin coming over
Justin,
to you.
long-term trainer, 15, 16, 17 years. Oh, my gosh. See, the big cut was from the dance move, but the smaller cut was from the bear. And Justin tells me I have to wear this bandage for the rest of my life.
Got another foul here on Arizona. That's 5 team fouls. But what I want to know is how are they ever going to get the blood stain off of the A in the academic center? Oh, look at that. This gross. That's your blood.
Hey, you got to come to fight. These games are critical. 0 days without an accident. But the balance and the pirouette and just all the different things that were going on in my mind. I just couldn't get Eric Larson's book In the Garden of Beasts out of my mind today. Offensive foul, boy.
So, okay, there's 2 fouls on Rabb now, 2 on Trier and 2 on Markkanen. Arizona by 2 midway through the first half.
Don't forget your certificate, man.
Well, I have the one that you signed.
Oh, that's
yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
One that you signed.
I know 3 or 4 more Dave Pashers. I can give them that.
So Markkanen's still on the bench. Alonzo Trier is on the bench with 2. And Ivan Rabb is on the bench now for Cal.
They've called way too many fouls.
11 of Arizona's 15 points have come from the bench.
Raleigh Alkins. Well,
that's Kadeem Allen. Yep. Here's Ristich in the lane going at Rooks. And Rooks, whose father, the late Sean Rooks, played here at Arizona for 4 years and 12 years in the NBA. Here's Moore. Can't drop it through. Fight for the basketball. And
bring it out and set it up. Grant Mullins is the only guy playing with poise along with Jabari Bird for Conzo Martin. Conzo's got to teach these guys how to fight.
He taught you how to fight at shoot-around today as Bird misses that three. And Simmons
climb the ladder.
Rebound. A good pass to Ristich with the left hand, a sweet kiss.
The slow motion fast break. Deuce Ristich, 2 good standing ovation here. Dominant front court performance for the Serb.
Rooks comes right back and puts it in.
Let's just talk about Cam for a minute, because he's had 3 surgeries on that left knee of his. The second one that he had past June, the day after that surgery, that was the day that his dad died of a heart attack in Philadelphia after interviewing for the Knicks job.
By the way, Conzo Martin is on the floor. He's standing by the three-point line. The officials have to tell him to get back. I don't know that he realized that he was on the floor, but he looked like a player. He was standing in the corner.
He's doing fine. He's come to fight. He's concerned that his guy's way off the mark by Jabari Bird. That's a heat check. But, Cam Rooks, he grew up in this building. His dad's in the Ring of Honor here. This is the first time he's been back since his dad passed away. It was very emotional this morning for this young guy who's battled so many leg problems of his own. And he's just winded out there, exhausted. Cam Rooks expending every bit of what he has to help his team win. But Cal's not playing that well. They're just down 2.
And both teams are shooting well, though. Both teams at 50%. Two of the hottest teams in college basketball score off with first place in the American up for grabs. Sunday at 4 Eastern on ESPN. Cincinnati's won 15 in a row. SMU has won 17 of 18. That'll be a cool Sunday afternoon game here on ESPN.
Is that in Texas?
No,
oh, my.
That's in Dallas, yes. We'll be in Austin in a couple weeks. Your first time stepping outside the Pac-12, although you actually step outside the Pac-12 Wednesday when we're in Cleveland for an NBA game with Dick Vitale. Shot clock
Ohio?
at 1. Domingo.
Ohio?
Yeah, not Cleveland.
Texas?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Here. Do I have to bring my passport?
They're going to love you when you get to Cleveland. Here's Ristic from outside short, rebounded by Rooks.
Grant Mullins, Stephen Domingo, Sam Singer, they got to cut the foul line because those rebounds are bouncing out to the free throw line, and the Cal guards are standing too far on the perimeter. Okay, now this is a unit that's going to have trouble scoring.
That's good defense by Arizona on Mullins. No airspace. Shot clock at 5.
Shoot it, Stephen.
Domingo, wow, that's his 8th three-pointer in 47 attempts. He's shooting 15% from 3, and he gives Cal the lead.
This guy's one of my favorite all-time players in the history of Cal basketball, and he never gets in the lineup. He's been working so hard. He's a senior right now. He's one of the top 3 students on the team from San Francisco. Started his college career at Georgetown. What a body, what a mind. Just hasn't been able to get the consistent minutes.
Comanche's jumper off the mark, but Comanche keeps it alive.
Chief has really worked on his mid-range game.
Chance?
That is normally a jumper that goes down. How many guys named Chance do you know?
Him, Chance Comanche.
Did you ever read Jerzy Kosinski's Painted Bird?
Knocked out of bounds by Domingo. Arizona will keep. Well, you said that Cuonzo Martin and the Bears came to fight. Originally, I thought this is how you got your injury, not on this three-pointer by Domingo. But Cuonzo Martin teaching you how to box today. He was a boxer growing up in East St. Louis, was giving you some tips. He says, man,
I got to get my elbow up in Cuonzo's face there. That's just inexcusable. He's not looking. I'm coming right at him with the right cross. Truck stop here, the banks of Sabino Canyon up in the Catalina Mountains. Fantastic back and forth action right now. Not great offense, but superb defense. The effort has been fantastic. Everybody doing whatever it takes to get a bucket. Jabari Bird, he's got a couple three-pointers. Stephen Domingo's got one.
How about they have more threes
Grant
than 2?
Mullins has got one.
They have 4 3-point baskets, 3 2-point baskets, and they have a 1-point lead.
Things are changing in the Conference of Champions because teams are playing zone now. Cuonzo, his Bears played zone exclusively in their thrashing of the Sun Devils up in Tempe the other night. Held the Sun Devils to 17 first-half points. They're on the same pace tonight. Trier back in the game.
Yeah, playing with 2 fouls. Markkanen still on the bench with 2. Shot clock at 5. Trier in and out. And a good block out by Domingo, and the ball ends up in Charlie Moore's hands.
After the grinded-out victory against Stanford the other night here, Sean Miller came out with a very deliberate message to the media. It was a public message to the media and the fans about how his displeasure with his players' focus and lack of commitment to the team, thinking about individual futures, challenged them all.
Here's Rawley Alkins, one of those freshmen that he challenged.
He challenged the whole team. There was not names,
but he's one of the freshmen, and he challenged the young guys. So you would assume he included Alkins in that. Arizona is 1 for its last 8. They've gone almost 4 minutes now without a field goal. They've missed 6 straight. And they got off to a good start. They were 6 of 10 to start the game.
Offensive creativity. That's what wins championships. We saw that with Lonzo Ball just the other night. We saw that with Oregon a week ago. Beautiful post-entry pass.
And Rooks with another basket on the low block.
Charlie Moore just the toughest guy on this team for Cuonzo Martin. South side of Chicago. His dad watching tonight from home after having suffered a very severe stroke not too long ago. Good luck, Charlie Sr. We're pulling for you.
Alkins gets it to go, and a foul on Domingo. A three-point opportunity for Rawle Alkins, looking to tie the game.
So how about Rawle Alkins? Grows up there in Brooklyn, gets the first gold jersey of his career. The gold jersey awarded by Sean Miller to guys who get it done statistically in practice every single day. And Rawle Alkins, he spent a lot of his last couple years in high school playing ball with Lonzo Ball in the AAU circuit and all the All-America games and the big elite super camps put on by the shoe companies. You read Shoe Dog yet?
No, you asked me that 2 nights ago. I had a game last night, so no.
You know how to read, right?
I told you 2020 or 2021 after I get through your book, which will take 3 years.
No, it doesn't.
By the way, why I notice you sign for everybody else. Everybody comes up to you with your biography and you sign it. There's some blood on Chance Comanche, so he's got to go to the bench.
So I got blood. I've got blood on your soul here. I've got blood on your soul because this book that the University of Oregon gave to you, Bowerman.
I forgot it the other night, didn't I?
You didn't forget it. You left it on purpose.
I did not.
You left it on purpose.
I had to catch a flight.
Because you don't respect the Conference of Champions. You're one of these interlopers. You're one of these immigrants. Oh my gosh. So I brought it tonight for you again. Now please, take this book. Yeah. It's powerful.
All right, so I got 2 gifts. I've got the certificate of access.
You got the book here. You got the University of Arizona. That's a picture book. So stepped out of bounds. Good call over there.
So a chance for Arizona to take the lead after Alkins tied the game with a free throw. Alkins with his first points. Markkanen still on the bench. He's been on the bench since the 17-minute mark with 2 fouls.
A total non-factor, and it's very tough because when you're a top player and you know you're going to be out there the whole game, you got to come from the opening tap ready to go, ready to attack, ready to fight, be the volcano, explode. Let's go.
Ivan Rabb is also on the bench for Cal with 2 fouls. If you want to watch these shenanigans of a really shenanigan, you can go
growling,
to ESPN
scratching,
3.
clawing.
Ristich
what a touch.
Gets the bounce finally. Arizona back in front.
That ball hit the rim 7 times before dropping in.
That's 8 points for Ristich. I think it was 4, but who's counting? Arizona has won 19 straight at home, 68 of the last 69 over the last 4 seasons. Mullins 3, no. Rebounded by Keanu Pinder, a junior from Australia, getting a lot of minutes tonight because of Markkanen's foul trouble. Here's
Also
Kadeem
because
Allen.
he's a very good player. Kadeem's got to find a way to get going here.
Another bounce. This on a 3-pointer by Allen.
Deuce Ristich calling the crowd out.
Arizona answers Cal's 7-0 run with an 8-0 spurt. Singer gets it blocked, but a foul. And that will be the 6th team foul on Arizona.
How cool is Sam Singer? He gives up his starting spot for Grant Mullins, and the team takes over. That's 7, maybe 8 bounces. Here we go.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
The pull the rope game with Ginny and Erica.
Big Monday at Syracuse and Louisville at 7 Eastern, and then West Virginia and Kansas to follow. Wow, they took you down. Big Monday presented by eBay on ESPN.
They took me down, but then it was okay because I love the smell of grass.
Moving on. By the way, what were you doing when you were hitting? Was it the sled you were hitting that poor Ginny is holding, and you must knocked her over?
I was warming up for tonight, man. I'm a big believer in failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And if you don't come ready, that's why I read these books. And you got to read In the Garden of Beasts. You have to read Bowerman. You've got to read Shep Gordon and Supermatch. You've got to read Shoe Knight. I mean, these are critical. I mean, you're interested. You're curious, aren't you?
Sam Singer's at the foul line shooting 2.
This guy's curious. He's in the Haas School of Business. And he and Stephen Domingo are there as the top students, along with Grant Mullins, who transferred over from Columbia. But these guys, they wear their Haas School of Business hats around campus, so very proud. And for Sam to willingly go to Conzo Martin and say, hey, Coach, we're a better team if Grant Mullins plays more. And he took a spot on the bench, and since that day, the team offense has changed. The dynamics have changed. Better three-point shooting. Grant Mullins, big-time player here. I mean, it looks like Dennis the Menace out there, but from Burlington, Ontario, that's in Canada.
Thank you. Cal within 3, and this would be huge for the Bears.
Beautiful pass.
They lost to UCLA by 10. They lost at Oregon. A win tonight, I think, would make them an NCAA tournament team. They're on the bubble as we hit the midway point here in the month of February.
Well, they're playing fantastic ball. But what they really need is an on-court lead player. Ultimately, that has to be Ivan Rabb, because he's the winner of the genetic lottery for this current roster for Conzo.
And he's been on the bench now for about 7 minutes with 2 fouls. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mullins down the lane.
Yeah, beautiful, Grant.
Spot up 3, Bird short. And Allen clears for Arizona.
So how many other great basketball players do you know from Columbia? Beautiful post entry.
Here's Allen, thought about the 3. Do you know that Marcellus Wiley, the guy that you did the MegaCast with, he played football at Columbia? Did you know that?
I played basketball.
He was a running back, by the way.
He was a lineman, I think.
No, he was a running back. He was a defensive lineman in the NFL, a running back, though, at one point in college. As Bird blocks it, the fans here want goaltending, but they're not going to get it.
They should.
Ooh, on the way down.
Down. Easy play to call.
Yeah, they missed that. That should have been 2 points. Now we have a timeout by Arizona.
Not the first one that's been missed tonight.
Oh, stop.
I love the refs.org. It's a charity. Please visit me on my website.
You were part of an 88-game win streak, so put that in perspective, a chance for 100 straight wins.
Well, fantastic for Gino. We absolutely love it. And we're so excited and proud of what Gino has done.
As Simmons beats the shot clock buzzer with a 3. They're going to go to the monitor to make sure it released his hand before it hit 0. But go ahead and finish your point here while they're looking at this.
But you're going to grow the sport. You're going to make it more popular by putting excellence on display every single game. And that's what Gino does. And their commitment to perfection, where they're the most skilled team, they're the most fundamentally sound team, they're the most physically fit team, they're the deepest team, they're totally committed to the team concept. I love all things UConn and Gino. Keep it going, Gino. Go for 300.
That clearly left Simmons' hand with about 2 on the shot clock. He's got 8 points. Arizona back up 5. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Beautiful pass, Sam Singer.
Mullins buries the 3 from the corner.
You ignored my question. Great stars from Columbia in years past.
I have
Grant
no
Mullins
idea.
went to Columbia.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So Jimmy McMillan, who took Elgin's spot on the Lakers when they went on their 33-game winning streak and the championship in '72. And then Chet Forty, one of the legends of all of sport. Played basketball, but then he went on to the business of sport in the world of television. Absolutely incredible.
Kadeem Allen with a 3. How about the 3-point shooting by both teams? Each squad with 4 3-pointers.
Imagine if they had started the game this way. Crowd rising as one here, urging on the defense. It's going to be a grind-out game.
A turnover. Here comes Simmons in the open floor for the jam.
Cut timeout, Conzo Martin. Sam Singer, as good as he is, he cannot get caught in the air to try to throw that pass. When you come down the lane thinking pass and get in the air, it's going to be very difficult to finish the play. And with Kadeem Allen up in the passing lane, nobody alive now or ever is going to catch Kobe Simmons on the throwdown.
Well, how about, Bill, his play off the bench, 10 points tonight, 3 assists for Kobe Simmons, who had been starting until Alonzo Trier came back from that suspension, started off the bench, but was in the starting lineup against Stanford. Simmons goes to the bench, accepts his role, and is relishing it right now.
In life, one of the huge challenges is to take the worst things that happen to you and ultimately make them into the best thing. Nobody's ever happy about being replaced in the starting lineup. And I'm not saying it's a good move, but it's Sean Miller's choice. He's the coach here. Erica is in charge now. Greg Byrne is gone.
No, Sean's in charge. The AD has nothing to do with the basketball team in terms of who's putting people in the starting lineup. Trier's on the bench.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Trier is on the
comment like that.
Trier's on the bench with 2 fouls. That's why Simmons is in the game right now, playing as many minutes.
Simmons is playing better. If Alonzo Trier was playing better, he'd be in the game. If you can't play with 2 fouls, what kind of game do you have?
Well, Rab's not in the game. Markkanen's not in the game. Both of them have 2 fouls, and they've been on the bench for 10 minutes.
They weren't playing well.
What a play by Jackson Cartwright, but he was out of bounds, but a great hustle play that time.
So today, National Inventors Day. I want to see some invention. I want to see some innovation. I want to see some creativity, some imagination. We're celebrating Ben Franklin.
Look at that. Our camera guy takes the shot there. No blood, no bandage needed. Justin just stays put.
Well, I just want to know if he was fighting off a bear or a wildcat.
You were trying to fight off poor Miss Ginny. I think that's where you originally got that scratch from Ginny L. Clemens.
So you'll love this.
They're checking the shot clock, by the way, for reset.
Ginny Clemens, the donor of the great new Ginny Clemens Academic Center right next door to here. Her brother, she's from Fresno. She moved to San Francisco, then to Phoenix, and then down here 40-something years ago. Started her big business empire. But her brother, Doug Kerkorian, an absolute legend in the media in Southern California. And when I heard that, I just fell out because Doug was one of those special human beings. Thank you, Doug, for your life, which has led to ours. And now Ginny making it happen. No, not even close.
Singer missing on the 3. Ristich with a rebound. Arizona leading by 7. About a 10-second difference between the game and shot clocks. And the Stars have barely played. Trier, Rapp, Markkanen have been on the bench for a good part of this first half in foul trouble.
They didn't play well enough. Were you able to play with 2 fouls?
Shot clock at 6.
Great closeout defense, Domingo.
Jackson Cartwright with the floater off the window.
Offensive explosion here for Sean Miller.
Singer with 3 seconds left. Ristich got a piece of it. Jackson Cartwright fouled. He's fouled at midcourt. Let's see if David Hall rules that it's a side out or if he was in the act of shooting.
It has to be a shot. He was trying to shoot it.
I don't know, Bill. I think it's on the collect.
No, he doesn't dribble. He's shooting the ball. He's in the air trying to shoot.
No, see, he's saying no. He's saying that it was in the act.
They're putting him on the line.
Yeah, because it's the 17 foul. It'll be a 1-and-1. 17 foul, 1-and-1, not a shooting situation.
Show it again, Dr. No.
I think the
he's
evidence
got the ball, and he's already looked at the clock from 3/4 court. He's into his delivery of his shot.
I don't think it was in the act of shooting, Bill. It was on the collect.
When everybody thinks alike, nobody thinks. And it's okay for you to have an opinion, particularly when it's wrong.
Jackson Cartwright missed the front end of the 1-and-1.
Oh, what a game.
So,
Conference of Champions.
Markkanen and Trier both scoreless, yet Arizona, the number 9 team in the country, up 9.
National Inventors Day. Let's create, let's imagine, let's dream.
Chris, take it away. Presented by Wendy's. Back here in beautiful Tucson.
Saguaro, Sky, Mountains, Rivalry Week, Bears, Cats, everything. Dave, I'm very concerned for you. Downtown Tucson.
What is this? It's a
jackalope.
Riding a jackalope. No, you're the jack. No. That's the jackalope.
Dave, I'm very concerned for you.
Why?
So just consider this an intervention here, okay? Please.
More gifts?
Oh, I give you all this stuff, right? Books, shirts, posters, music, dirt, air, and nothing works. So I'm doubling down here. I went deep into my stash.
All right, what do you got?
I got a stash right here. 11 shows last year, Grateful Dead tour, last summer tour. This was number 2, Boulder, July 2nd, 2016, Bertha.
If I open this, will I get arrested?
Not here, not during the game. Late at night with Hallie. Number 4, Alpine Valley, July 9th, 2016. I need a miracle. Do you ever need a miracle?
I don't have any room for this
Okay,
stuff.
we got 11 of these. Don't worry. The Fillmore, this was number 1, May 23rd. Estimated profit.
Hurry it up. They're
Meet
trying
me
to-
on
they're
the
trying to play
Burden
here.
Shore. Okay, we got more here.
Raleigh, do you
deep
want
in
one
the
of these?
stash. We're doubling down. Number 6, Portland, July 22nd. Dear Prudence. Oh my gosh. We'll come back to this.
how
We
about-
got a game.
How about
Please.
the bench for Arizona? +8. That's the difference because you have Trier and you have Markkanen on the bench for most of that first half. Markkanen played 4 minutes. Trier played 8. Well, don't take him away, Bill. I want him. Rab played only 6 minutes, but Arizona's just deeper, and that's why they have a 9-point lead.
I'm taking a cue from Dr. No. Just don't leave the stuff close to you. It's very dangerous. But it will help you see clearly. Breathe deeply. Send it back, Kingsley, please.
Kadeem Allen with a nice drive, and Arizona up double figures now.
Okay,
Largest
so
lead of the game.
this is the biggest challenge for all Conzo's teams. You got to score points. Who can create? Who can finish? Who can lead the fight? Ivan Rab. Go to him. He certainly can't be tired.
Rab just 1 of 2, 2 points, no rebounds, but again, played only 6 minutes. Here's
Nice
Okoro.
footwork, Kingsley.
Ristich with a rebound.
You talk about player development, what Nicodemus Christopher has done for young Sir Kingsley there. Been feeding him the beet juice and the cherry juice.
Arizona at 11-1 in conference play. Oregon a game back at 10-2. Cal and UCLA tied for third at 9-3. Arizona has not lost at home this year. Trier for 3 short. Ristich is there. Can't put it back. And
Ivan Rab, best play of the night for him. The Bears need about 16 more of those. Arr, arr.
You have lost it. Trier with a rebound off the Rab miss.
Ivan does not appear to be running fluidly. Maybe he just stiffened up over
I
there.
can't wait for Wednesday when you growl and claw at LeBron when we're in Cleveland.
What's a Cavalier?
I can't wait to see his reaction, or Dick Vitale's when you try to claw him to death.
What are you talking about?
You weren't paying attention.
No, what are you talking about Dick Vitale? What are you talking about LeBron? What are you talking about
That's
this?
Wednesday. It's on your schedule. Check your email. You're doing the game Wednesday in Cleveland. You, me, and Dick. LeBron
Really?
James.
Who said?
Cleveland against Indiana.
Who said?
Our bosses. That's part of the crossover. And then in the second game, it's Ryan Rucco, Dan Dockich, and Jeff Van Gundy.
Ohio?
Nice job by
Crossover?
Rooks to clean it up and put it in. Doug Collins is doing a college game. He's doing Duke, Virginia.
Turnover here. Nice job, Stephen Domingo up there putting pressure on Kadeem Allen. Kadeem's got to just blow by him. But I tell you, Stephen Domingo has the capabilities to be a truly great player. If he can get the mental training, the discipline that he applies to his academics, turn that into athletics, wow, watch out. There'll be no stopping that guy.
Conzo Martin shown trust in him by putting him out here early in the second half. Rooks trying to get position.
But see, all Cal can do is pass the ball back out to the front. You eventually have to get it to the basket and then kick it out.
Domingo too strong. Rooks with another offensive
Beautiful.
rebound. Domingo on the cut.
Cam Rooks, the best play of his career in college. In the shadow of his dad. Cam was talking today about how he's just going to dedicate the rest of his life and everything that he does in honor and tribute to his dad. He gets the long rebound on the weak side, and then Stephen Domingo just takes advantage of the fact that the Wildcats are running up the court.
Get it done. They've already had a 90-game win streak. Of course, your Bruins, an 88-game win streak back in the 70s.
Ah, wow. Then we ran into John Shoemate. John is here tonight. He's on the right of your screen. That's me on the left, and that's the Hall of Famer Bob McAdoo right there in the back. Bob was part of the streak, almost. His team lost in the semifinals of the 1972 NCAA Men's Final Four. North Carolina lost a tough overtime game to Florida State, who then gave us a real battle in the final game. But what great guys. I can't believe I just said that about John Shoemate.
36-29. Arizona leads Cal. The Bears were down double figures just a moment ago, but back-to-back baskets.
So Cal has got 29 points, and if they make 3 good plays in a row, they're going to be ahead in this game.
Well, in the first half, they had more 3-point baskets than 2-point baskets. Both of their hoops here in the second half have been right at the rim.
I love the development of personalities and human beings that Gino Auriemma is responsible for.
Auriemma. There's Markkanen with his 3. He had not made a shot prior to that, so Markkanen finally on the board. Again, only played 4 minutes because of foul trouble in the first half.
He's been in a real funk on the offensive end for the last 3 games coming into tonight, going only 4 for 20. Was a complete non-factor up at Oregon. Nice move there.
Even though he missed, Bill, that's what Cuonzo Martin wants. He wants Rad to be aggressive offensively. Here's Allen driving, and he throws it away. Turnover.
Keep an eye on the lower right portion of your screen. He comes off that screen there, keeps moving. The defender's up there. And this is what makes Lowry so tough, is that, this guy's got unlimited range and classic perfect form. That guy is phenomenal. What Sean Miller is doing to help him build his foundation.
He's leading the Pac-12 in three-point shooting as Mullins gets a 2 for Cal. I mean, Markkanen's 7 feet tall, and he's the top three-point shooter in the conference. They do want him to play more closer to the basket, though, to expand his game. Sometimes relies too much on that.
Beautiful pass,
shot.
Raleigh.
Comanche with the dunk.
Throw it down, Chief. Yeah. But when you talk about development, you look at Chief Comanche there. This year in the NBA, the top league in the world, professionals, they've got 12 Arizona players in the NBA and 7 coaches. And that's a huge compliment to what Sean Miller has been able to do, building on the legacy of Lute Olson, the Hall of Famer, who's here with Kelly tonight.
Foul on Chance Comanche is first on Arizona.
Conference of Champions, beautiful basketball. Raleigh Allen just delivering. Throw it down, Chief. Please remove your hats and cover your heart, because this moment here for the USS Arizona, the memorial here on the mall at the University of Arizona campus. December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor, the USS Arizona was sunk by a Japanese attack there. 1,177 American soldiers, all young boys, a lot of them from Arizona, go down. This is the bell tower that was recovered. The bell itself was recovered and is now hanging in the bell tower here. And it's just such an incredible thing. They have all these medallions for all the young boys that died that day.
Yeah, 1,177
medallions, and it's such an incredibly sad and sorry but inspirational moment to see the sacrifice that these guys give so that we can have the lives that we get to lead. And then one of the greatest break ceremony in the entire Conference of Champions happens in the first commercial break of every game here, where they bring out an active duty military personnel person and they honor them, they salute them. Everybody stands as one, and it just brings a tear to your eye every single time. Thanks for our lives, guys and girls.
4.5 gone by in the second half. Arizona by 10. Here's Mullins with a 2-pointer. Grant Mullins, who was the star in the win against Arizona State, now has 10 points. The Bears back within 8.
And so that memorial on the mall there, that mall is exactly 608 feet long. And that's the exact size of the ship, and there was no plan for that. Because Arizona became the 48th state in 1912, and they built the ship in 1913.
Kadeem Allen misses a 3. Comanche knocks it out of bounds. Cal ball. And the flagpole is where the command center was, way back.
And that little outline that you can see going, that red outline that just cuts right through all the grass there, that's the exact size of the ship, and it just fits perfectly. The harmonic convergence, the symmetry, the emotions, and oh man.
Here's Bird, got free, but it's blocked by Allen. Jackson Cartwright has it. Arizona looking to run.
Very few transition opportunities for either team in this game. Beautiful pass.
Mullins with a better defensive play, stepping in front to get the intercept, but then almost coughs it up, and then a foul on Cal. Great job by Jackson Cartwright to react Don Coleman's first foul, first on Cal.
Closeout defense. I mean, Jabari Bird has got a quick release, and Kadeem just comes from nowhere, and the anticipation, the figuring out what's going to be next, that's little PJC. Kadeem Allen has not adjusted to the new guys coming back in, Trier and PJC.
Well, he's got 8 points, 3 assists tonight, and he's played good defense.
Yeah, but he was the lead player for the team that was just killing them, and now the team has really struggled since the injured guys and the suspended guys have come back.
Well, they lost one game. Now, they got blown out at Oregon when the Ducks made everything, but other than that, their 3 losses are against Butler, Gonzaga, which is undefeated, and Oregon.
They trailed at halftime against Oregon State.
There's
Chance
Comanche.
Chief, yeah, delivered.
That's 7 points now for Comanche.
Also, I just got a brand new book.
Rab attacks, gets his second basket.
Second best play of the night after that rebound he got on the other end.
Rab has had some big games this year. He's a Karl Malone finalist. That award goes to the top power forward in college basketball. Was Karl Malone?
Are you saying he's as good as Karl Malone?
No, but he's a finalist for the award as a foul is called here in Domingo. Was Karl Malone the best power forward in the history of the game? Or
how can you say that? What are you measuring that?
I'm asking you if he was. They have an award named after him. A lot of people think he is. That's why I'm asking you.
Karl's tremendous. The best I ever saw were Kevin McHale and Maurice Lucas.
You think they're better than Karl Malone?
Those would be my 2 picks. And here I've got some more air for you. Number 5, Alpine Valley, standing on the moon.
What about Tim Duncan?
Timmy is tremendous too. They're all among the best. But you asked me who I liked, and that's what I told you.
Every time I ask you who you like, you pick somebody that you either played with or played against from 30 or 40 years ago, though.
What's wrong with that?
Here's Trier falling away.
Wild shot.
But Comanche is there with the offensive rebound.
Chief just does it all now. So happy for him and his mom, Melissa.
Markkanen. There's Comanche again. And he gets it swatted.
Again. Chance never gives up. Look at those shoulders.
Trier is going to be fouled on the drive. Third team foul on Cal. And they get Mullins for a second foul. But how about the job by the sophomore from Beverly Hills, Chance Comanche? Great hustle.
And they're going to take him out. Wow. Persistence, perseverance, discipline. Turning the worst of situations into the best.
So is that an art when you watch Chance Comanche there on the glass rebounding? Is that something you study? Game film?
Absolutely. How do you think you get good at rebounding? You have to practice that. You have to anticipate where the ball's going. You can't just stand there and wait for it to come your way.
Mute Obedius with the rebound.
There's far too much time spent on trying to push backwards. Your position and your box out is a result of your initial defense. The 3 rules of rebounding. Assume the shot will be missed, get your hands up above your shoulders, and then go get the ball. And you got to know where that ball's going.
Bird is fouled on the way to the basket. They're going to get Ristich for the foul. That is his first. Second on Arizona.
So as Cal goes to the line right here, Jabari Bird. Dad was a legend there. 64 years ago, not today, but December 1st, 1953, Bill Russell, whose 83rd birthday is tomorrow, Bill Russell played his first college basketball game against Cal Berkeley. Cal Berkeley then ranked 10th in the country, USF, unranked, nobody ever heard of him. The game was played in the Kezar Pavilion. There were so many people outside. It was just incredible. Birthdays here this week. Tuesday was Steve Nash, 43. Bill Russell tomorrow, 83. They're the same person, just 40 years apart. But in that game, Bill Russell's very first game, 64 years ago, Bill had 23 points and 13 block shots as USF, the Dons, nobody ever heard of them. They routed Cal 57-33.
By the way, it's a 6-point game here.
Right, fantastic.
In the year 2017 as Bird gets the free throws.
What did we miss?
7.5 gone by here in the second half.
Winners of the genetic lottery standing around, waiting for the game to come to them.
Although I don't get how Steve Nash and Bill Russell are the same person, as boy, Cal had a chance there. Rab throws it away after Arizona turns it over.
I had the story. It's still up there. The story's out there. I put it out on Twitter on Steve's birthday.
You don't tweet. It's your wife that runs your Twitter account. Come on.
It's on there. Believe me.
By the way, it was also Dr. No's birthday this week, our producer,
Who?
Tim Sullivan.
Dr. No? Oh, my gosh. I thought John Wooden was strict. I thought Simon & Schuster was strict. Now it's Dr. No. Oh, my gosh. I can't get away.
Alkins 3, short. Pinder with great hustle. It's going to be a held ball. It will go to Cal, though. A chance for the Bears. Cut into that deficit. They trailed by 11 earlier in the half. They're back within 6.
You know how we continue to talk about player development? And that's what college is all about, and getting people ready for their future. How about T.J. McConnell, undrafted, and now just dominating the NBA? But I'm not sure that there's how many people on earth have 3 different double consecutive consonants in their name.
I don't know. My brain. This is a 4th game in 4 days. Stop asking me those questions. Grab on the post up, spins, and a foul on the floor. That's the 3rd team foul in Arizona. 2nd on Pinder.
Birthday here. Steve Nash, Bill Russell, Dr. No. Oh my gosh. No.
The Valley of the Gods. I know you worship Joe Lenardi.
That place is spectacular. Take your bike there.
You worship this guy. You say
Joe Lenardi. That's phenomenal.
Right. So
just
do you
too
agree?
many emails, Joe.
Do you agree with what he's got there? Arizona,
no, UCLA's got to be
season.
higher. UCLA should be a 2 seed as well.
Now the NCAA Tournament Committee came out with a mid-season release today. It's top 16. They also had UCLA as a 4. They had Oregon as a 2 and Arizona as a 3 seed.
Please, if you're going to be a college broadcaster, you have to say NCAA. Please. I promise you.
Anyway.
You're a young man. Arizona Wildcats tournament resume. They're doing fantastic. They got the most talent in the conference. They're not playing that well right now, but they're winning games. They win out, they're going to be a number 1 or a number 2 seed. They're a better team than Gonzaga, even though Gonzaga already beat them this year.
I disagree with that.
Okay, well, you're entitled to your opinion, even when you're wrong.
Again, they beat them head-to-head. You just said it. And I've seen Gonzaga in person beat St. Mary's, and then they beat St. Mary's again tonight. They're very deep.
So
Jordan Matthews, who played at Cal, is starring for
Mary's,
them.
That WCC, that sounds like Murderer's Row out there.
Arizona, you're going to hear about that one. Arizona with 9 field goals from its starters, 9 from its bench. Ristich fouls again, and this will send Bird to the line again. And that's the 13th foul. Check that 14th foul in Arizona.
Aren't the sisters in the poor in that conference? We're the conference of champions here.
Would you stop? That's a very underrated league. Gonzaga has beaten a lot of good teams, again, including Arizona.
They're terrific. So I got a new book for you that I'm reading, just finishing up right now.
Another one? Bird got the first read.
The Geography of Genius by Eric Weiner. This is a story about this guy, Eric. He goes to all these different places and tries to figure out where innovation, where creativity, where genius comes from. So
4-point game.
He goes to ancient Greece. He goes to Hangzhou, where you always bail out on. He goes to Florence, Italy, Edinburgh. He goes to Calcutta. He goes to Vienna. And I'm getting near the end, and I'm looking forward to what's next. The Geography of Genius. And that's the Conference of Champions. That's the perfect description of what we have here. We have no truck stops here. And we don't need passports to come around in our great conference.
Yeah, you said I bail out on China, and I had to twist your arm and call you 100 times to get you to go to Cleveland next Wednesday. Here's Ristich facing up. Good play by Cameron Rooks. Shot
but Deuce is too good. Deuce is, oh, please, Deuce.
Oh, they say a kicked ball. I thought it was
off his foot.
Off of Ristich's foot,
no.
I thought. Initially, anyway. And then it was a loose ball, and then they say Cal kicked it. So the shot clock to 15.
It goes, okay. And
then it was kicked by
Cal.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't that Roger over there? Or?
That's Michael Greenstein, the official.
No, the Roger who kicked it.
Yes, Mute Abedius.
Right, Roger.
That's his first name. He has a last name as well.
Wasn't Roger the pilot in Airplane?
Kareem? How come he's in more movies than you, by the way, although you were terrific in Forget Paris. That one's off the foot of Alkins. No, so Vinovich says it was off of Cal.
So Kareem's got a new book coming out. And he asked me to come and do a show with him and be the MC and ask him questions about the new book. It's going to be in May sometime. It's a book about Coach Wooden.
The officials, I think, are looking at the clock here. Kareem was much better. As good as you were in Forget Paris, Kareem was much better in Airplane than you. His acting was
fantastic.
terrific.
Oh, Kareem is everybody's hero. You know, we talked about Magic the other night.
Yeah. What do you think about him saying he wants control now? The Lakers wants to make the decisions.
No
remember,
way.
He's your boss. He's the boss of your son now.
I'm going to withhold comment because of that relationship. And Magic.
He likes Luke, though. He's told us that on the air on Thursday night.
Look, they always like the coach when they win.
Well, look, it's his first year.
Look, but let's talk about Magic and how cool he is and how Magic and Larry, even we all wore number 33 in high school because of Kareem. And then Dick Enberg, who talked about that game in the Astrodome here, and yeah, the referee's coming over to try to explain something. Let me check that ball out.
Bill.
Let me rub some air on it right here. Okay, there we go.
So Bill Vinovich, who just did the AFC Championship game, by the way, is an NFL referee.
Oh, that's the same guy.
That's the same
guy.
guy.
He's been back. Okay.
One on the shot clock.
A new bottle of air for you, number 10 from Sacramento. That was a great show. They opened with Uncle John's band.
2 on the shot clock.
What I want to know is, are you kind and will you come with me? Time to get a great shot here out of bounds. By the way, we missed nothing. They can't even get it in bounds.
Here's Markkanen, turns and fires, and it'll be a shot clock violation. So a chance here for Cal to get within 2, maybe 1.
These young players can all learn about receiving the ball from watching videos of Larry Bird and Kiki Vandoy.
By the way, Konzo Martin told us his favorite player growing up was Larry Bird.
How cool was that? From East St. Louis.
Here's Rapp. The double team comes to him. They work it around. Mutea Bedius driving and can't get the bounce. Arizona looking to run.
Look at Kadeem Allen.
Singer steps in front and is called for a foul. His second personal, 14th foul.
Stops a fast break. Sam Singer, a true winner. His mom, Jeannie, who's moved to Berkeley for his senior year there, she's not here tonight. She hasn't been traveling to all the games. But the struggling stars tonight, Rabb, Markkanen, Trier. Trier has not scored.
No, remember he barely played. And also we're being told Charlie Moore is not in the game. We're checking on something right now. On Twitter it's been reported that he's got an injury. We have been told nothing, but he's not in the game. He did not start the second half.
So Twitter is now our sideline reporter?
Well, it's a report and he's on the bench, so that's why we're following up on it. Here's Trier.
Oh, now that's an offensive foul.
Ristic able to hit the long 2.
How about Deuce putting on a clinic tonight? Scoring early and often, passing the ball. He had 2 assists in the first half. I don't know how many he's got here in the second. Remember his first season? When he had 2 assists the entire season? Wow.
Here's Rooks backing down Markkanen. Pretty move with the left hand, just couldn't complete the play. And Kadeem Allen able to save it from going out of bounds.
Love the way Kadeem drives that ball out of the backcourt.
Neither team shooting well here in the second half. Both teams under 40%. These are the 2 best defensive teams in the conference. Arizona leading by 6. Atop the Pac-12 standings. Ristic, same spot, and different result. That one spins out.
Now that's a rebound. Sam Singer just knowing exactly where it's going. Guy that played 5 years of high school basketball.
Here's Bird coming off the screen. Good rotation by Arizona. Recognizing that.
Beautiful post-entry pass.
Rooks goes to the right-handed hook, misses again. They need to get Rabb the basketball.
But when Ivan goes to the offensive glass, he's got to think about getting around Lowry because Lowry is not going to give it up over the top.
Ristic, the go-to guy right now for Arizona. He's got 12 points, including the last 2 baskets.
Konzo Martin has seen enough. They get so close. They narrow it down, but then every single time it'll be Deuce Ristic, it'll be Kadeem Allen, it'll be Kobe Simmons, Raleigh Alkins. A lot of talent on this Wildcat team. Scratch and clawing. Yeah, shot. The Bears just pushed back.
By the way, cover up your wound again, please, with some tape.
It's covered.
How about Ristic, Bill? What you've seen out of him tonight?
I've seen player development. I've seen footwork. I've seen the understanding of what the footwork and balance gives you. That's a traveling violation. Gives you in terms of momentum and creating space and keeping with a theory of how to play. I counted 8 bounces. the ability to hit the jumper from the perimeter. But Deuce Ristic, probably the smartest guy academic-wise on the team. Everybody here in Tucson says he's the nicest guy they can remember, maybe ever, as a Wildcat. Comes in, spent a little bit of time up in Canada before coming to Wichita, of all places. Oh my gosh. And then down here to Tucson. What a player.
Coming up tomorrow, good game. Cincinnati, SMU. The Bearcats have won 15 in a row as rivalry week presented by Wendy's continues. Cincinnati Bills just a couple hours from Cleveland, where you'll be on Wednesday. Just to remind you.
Keep saying that.
Well, because I'm afraid you're not going to show up.
I haven't seen any announcement from ESPN. And if ESPN's not announcing it, how do we know it's real? There is no one better at the promos.
By the way, Ristic has taken 13 shots. No other player for either team has attempted more than 7.
As Sean Miller was brilliant today in practice. He gave a speech that should have been videotaped, and that every coach and every player should see that, about keeping the offense going and never pass up an opportunity to attack.
Here's
tough shot.
Bird
Whoa.
knocks it down. Bird has had a terrific night. Got 12 points, but it's not just the scoring. Remember, Rabb missed so much time in that first half.
And
so
Jabari's defense on Lonzo
Yeah.
Trier, on anybody. They got so many different weapons out here for Sean Miller.
Trier has not scored. He's 0 for 5. They're going to
Offensive
say a foul on the
foul.
floor. No, defensive foul, but on the floor. And we're told it is a hip injury for Charlie Moore. And we're not sure if he is going to return. So no Charlie Moore. You can see there he winces in pain. That's their starting point guard.
Ouch.
Exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's, proud sponsor of the 2017 John R. Wooden Player of the Year.
Can you at least get a large so we don't have to see your belly button when you put your arms up?
Please.
What are you doing here, by the way, at the Planet?
Roger Waters, Dark Side of the Moon. Here, thank you, Roger. Were you at Desert Trip? Oh my gosh, what Roger did down there just took over the entire thing. And that's why I've got another bottle of air for you. Okay, this is number 9 from Chula Vista, just south of San Diego. July 27th, Iko. That's what this game needs right now. We're in the 40s. These are this is the best team versus the hottest team, and we're in the 40s. Iko. Giacomo Finone, please.
This guy, it's a
Have some
6-point
more
game.
air.
He's giving me bottles. By the way, Slow Joe over here says the working title for Dark Side of the Moon originally was Eclipse.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Eclipse. Isn't there a big eclipse going on right now?
Last night. Weren't you sleeping in the desert? You didn't notice it? There's a basket, a three-point opportunity for Kobe Simmons, who in the first half was the spark for Arizona.
I usually sleep with my eyes closed.
Simmons had 10 points in the first half. That's his first basket of the second half and a three-point opportunity.
But Kobe Simmons' natural ability right now just eclipses his developed skill. And talking to him today, I mean, that's what Michael Jordan, that's what Magic Johnson had. You know, where these guys come out and they have phenomenal gifts, but more importantly, they develop the shooting, the passing, the dribbling, the rebounding, all the developed skills. And that's Kobe's challenge right now, to pick a hero, pick a role model, and then go for it all. Because the only person that's going to stop him is himself. Nobody's stopping Jabari Bird. Throw it down, big man.
So Bird's jam gets Cal within 7. Arizona, the number 9 team in the country, has won 19 straight at home. 1 loss in the last 3.5 years here in Tucson. Meanwhile, Cal has won 5 in a row, tied for 3rd in the Pac-12. Arizona atop the standings at 11-1. Oregon a game back.
What's the record for the most games won at home in history?
Here's Markkanen on the drive, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
The record's 129 Kentucky. How many years is that? Playing a lot fewer games. Jabari Bird down the lane. The defense trying to block up top. Hey, man, Bill Russell, he taught us all. You got to get out there and meet them before they ever even jump. He had to go against Elgin Baylor and Bob Pettit and all those incredible legends. Finland, you ever been to Finland? This is Lowry at the free throw line.
No, I have not. 14 points now for Bird. Markkanen shooting 2, 17 foul on Cal.
Do you know anybody from Finland?
Lowry Markkanen.
You know Sami. So Sami's a friend of ours. Genius. Today is National Inventor Day, right? He's an inventor.
Just glad
he
it's not.
developed the texting and everything, but you know what he really did? Sami, he rowed a boat. He rowed a boat from San Francisco to Hawaii. he and his wife had never rowed a boat before. And so to raise awareness for health and nutrition and the perils of junk food and sugar, he rowed a boat. He rowed a boat. He called the whole program Fat Chance. Check it out, fatchance.org. Sami from Finland rowed a boat from San Francisco to San Francisco. So the next time you're whining and complaining in the check-in line, security line at the airport, just think about rowing the boat.
I'd like to put you on a boat. 6-point lead for Arizona, 6.5 left here. Kobe, glad you're laughing too. Here's Markkanen on the three.
I love boats, and I love to row the boat. Grateful Dead wrote a song.
All right, 6-point game. Cal ball. Jabari Bird has been excellent here in the second half, has 16 points for the game.
Imagine if somebody from Cal was really playing well.
Well, where's Rab? Why? He's not even trying to move without the ball.
Chance Comanche is just tremendous, and they come and double team him every single time.
That's knocked out of bounds by Jackson Cartwright, 2 to shoot, but this is what Cuonzo Martin has been talking a lot about. Ivan Rabb, so talented, but he wants him to be more aggressive, demand the basketball. Only 4 points, barely played in the first half because of foul trouble, but this is the type of game. I mean, they're in this thing. If Ivan Rabb can get going, he can win the game for him.
This is the challenge for Cuonzo. And as a teacher, the ultimate mantra is you have not taught until they've learned.
That's a foul on Kadeem Allen. That's the 15th foul. He knocked down.
So last year, Jaylen Brown, he was that leader. He had that personality. Now Jaylen is just starring for the Boston Celtics, and he gets his chance when Avery Bradley gets hurt, and the Celtics now the second best team in the Eastern Conference behind Cleveland. And so with now Ivan Rabb has that opportunity, and whether he's willing to do what others can't and won't do. That's the test. That's why Bob McAdoo and John Shoemaker here. Traveling violation, easy play to call.
See, this is also why Cuonzo Martin misses Charlie Moore, who is out with a hip injury. Again, Moore didn't start the second half. We didn't want to speculate as to why. We weren't told anything. There was a report on Twitter that it was a hip injury. Cal has finally confirmed that. Again, his return is doubtful. He's their point guard, and Cuonzo Martin says he's their toughest player, and you need that in a tough environment.
And that big stud in the white shirt and tie sitting right next to Charlie Moore, that's Nicodemus Christopher. And this guy is fierce.
He's their strength coach.
He's the guy who gets it going. Now, he was in Tennessee with Cuonzo Martin. And when Cuonzo came 3 years ago to Berkeley, the promised land, California, meet me on the burning shore, knocking on heaven's door, he says, I am bringing Nicodemus Christopher with me. And while we've got the absolute top of the mountain in Chris Rounds here, this guy, Nicodemus Christopher, he is climbing up there. Arr! Bring it.
Allen hits the front end of the 1-and-1. I think.
And he brought me the beet juice and the cherry juice here. There's Chris Rounds right there.
Is that helping with your perpetual cold here?
Yes, it's endless. Man. It's so quiet in here.
Allen gets the second free throw. From growling to whispering. All in a college basketball game on ESPN. 8-point lead for Arizona. The fans on their feet. Nearing the 5-minute mark in the second half.
Grant Mullins now has to go from the three-point spot-up shooter to the playmaker. Beautiful post-entry pass.
And Rooks is fouled by Ristic, the third on Ristic. 16 foul. That's not a bad foul, though. Rooks not a good free throw shooter. Only about 50%. Coming up on ABC tomorrow, our Sunday showcase presented by Verizon Go 90, the Spurs and Knicks, 3:30 Eastern on ABC. What did you make, Bill, of the Charles Oakley ejection and then James Dolan, the owner, saying he is banned from Madison Square Garden?
A sad and tragic disaster on all fronts, and I don't know anything about that. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. It's just very frustrating. I know everybody involved. All I want to know is, are you kind? And will you come with me? The same way our great cameraman Todd, who got that shot of Charlie Moore limping off the bench. Todd, whose 13-year-old son Luke up in Salt Lake City was just given the Exceptional Citizenship Award in middle school. There's Todd working it up there.
Todd Marshall.
These guys, they give up their lives so that other people can sit at home on the couch, have a nice cold one, and just, Todd never gets to be there for the children growing up. Thank you, Todd, for your life.
Jabari Bird slides into the legs of Markkanen. Both guys are all right as Bird commits his third foul. This will be a 1-and-1 here.
Whoa.
Markkanen appears to be okay, and so does Bird. Markkanen will be at the line for a 1-and-1. Markkanen on the season, an 84% free throw shooter, good for third in the Pac-12, but he's 1 for 2 tonight. He's been quiet, 1 of 5 from the floor, 4 points. Trier has not scored, yet Arizona still has a 6-point lead.
Who's a better free throw shooter, Lowry or Thomas Welsh from UCLA?
Well, Welsh is. Statistically, Markkanen misses the front end of the 1-and-1. That's 2 free throws he's missed in this game. You're right,
Thomas
Bill.
Welsh has missed 2 free throws all season.
But you're right what you said earlier about Markkanen. He hasn't looked like the same player the last 4 games. It's been an offensive struggle for him. That ball deflected by Alkins. Again, where's Ivan Rabb? No touches yet on this possession.
Gonzo's only won 1 time against Arizona since coming to the Conference of Champions. Oh, that's an offensive foul, please.
I don't know. It looked like maybe a flop. Nope,
No.
They say a foul on Bird. But you saw
Wait a second. That's Raleigh Alkins, who's just an absolute stud.
Let's see here.
No, that's not Raleigh Alkins. It's Jabari Bird.
Yeah, I thought.
See it again, Dr. No. That's an offensive foul.
I don't know. I lean more towards a flop there. He barely extended the arm. That's 4 on Bird. But you saw when Ivan Rabb touched the ball, he was immediately double teamed. Every time he touches it, he's seeing doubles. As Bird goes to the bench with 4 fouls.
Have another bottle of air, this time from Irvine. Fire on the mountain. Let's go. Blow it up.
How many is this now you've given me?
Well, I've got 11. I went to 11 of the 24 shows. I got a special bottle from each show during the song that's on the label. The next tour starts up end of May. Be there.
Trier, and out of bounds off of his leg, so a turnover by Arizona. Am I invited this year?
You are always invited. You clearly don't listen. You're not curious. You don't read. You're not interested. You're always invited. We're coming to your hometown there. Let's go, Phoenix.
All right.
Be there.
I'm going.
At the Chin.
Is Luke coming? Because
I have no
Luke
idea.
is Luke and Laurie are the only sane Waltons that I mean, I have to have like a balance.
What about Nate and
Okay,
Adam
Nate
and Chris?
too. Chris is
Come
gonna
on.
be there.
What
All right.
about the 8 grandchildren?
We're good then. All right, Rabb
Okay.
missing, Markkanen with the
Lowry,
rebound.
grab it. Hanu Metala, his high school coach, greatest Finnish player ever.
53-47. Cal has had several opportunities to get it down to 4.
Okay, now when you get Grant Mullen switched on to you, please.
Now you got Singer on Markkanen, they don't go to him. But then Markkanen drifts back towards the perimeter. Here's Allen getting to the goal, lost
Look at
it.
Sam Singer, he's everywhere. Find Grant Mullins.
Here's Rabb, again, there's the double immediately. Rooks, got to put that in. I mean, Rooks has got to make that. Konzo Martin's getting frustrated because Rooks has
You
so
don't
many.
understand that this guy's playing on a half a leg out there, please.
Alkins commits the foul,
Yeah.
that's his first.
You keep thinking this is really easy out there. Please, Dave, stay curious.
It is Dave, right? There's Bill's bed for tonight.
Oh my gosh, the Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument down on the border. This place is so spectacular. Take your bike, take your tennis shoes. The Pac-12 standings here, the top 4. Arizona, only 1 loss. That was a 40-point pounding at Eugene. UCLA, man, I can't believe they're tied with Cal.
Cal's won 5 in a row. They have that win at USC. Their worst loss was against San Diego State. Your guy Lenardi has them as a 10 seed right now.
I think they're much higher than that.
They're in this game. Ivan Rabb has been double teamed every time he touches it. He only has 4 points. Yet they're in the game. They're down 6.
I think there's 6 teams, Conference of Champions in the tournament.
Okay, but
top
who's the
3.
6th?
Utah.
Oh, you got Utah. Okay.
And Colorado's playing very well right now, too.
Colorado's not getting in unless
Why not?
they start winning more. Because you got.
What do you mean winning more? They're as hot as Cal.
Yeah, but their overall record, Bill, and resume, it's not. They're not going to get in.
Last year, Conference of Champions had 7.
Rooks gets the second free throw as well, so he made both of them. It's a 4-point game, 53-49.
Okay, so Cal has played horrifically, and they're just right there. Somebody get hot.
Ooh, Alkins almost turned it over there at the top of the key. Goes at
Beautiful.
Rooks. Great defense. Went straight up. Bird with a rebound. Boy, Cameron Rooks, the
You
junior.
were just dogging the guy. The guy's playing terrific. He's
wasn't
given everything
dogging.
he's got. Yeah, you're telling him to throw it down. He can't. He's got a half a leg out there.
I didn't
Please,
say throw it down. I just said make it.
please, be kind to these young people. They're trying their hardest.
Great defense by Allen deflecting the pass. Now they have a 3-on-1. Alkins all the way. That's a big turnover by Cal.
Kadeem Allen, the leader. Riley Alkins, the gem. Unleashed. Riley Alkins has lost 21 pounds since he got here.
Mullins
Whoa.
off the glass.
What
It's
a
a
play.
4-point game again. 2:15 on the clock.
How cool is it that the Ivy League is going to have its first tournament this year, but only the top 4 teams qualify for the tournament?
55-51. Number 9 Arizona clinging to a lead. Trying to get to 23-3. 12-1 in conference play. Here's Markkanen for 3.
Wow.
Short. He knew it right away and got his own miss. And he's fouled. Rolls off the rim. He'll shoot 2. 4th foul on Cameron Rooks.
Kadeem Allen tips that ball away and then knows where it's going like a rebound. He dribbles away from the basket to create the space. And Riley Alkins, nobody is going to get in his way.
Markkanen
You
is
talk
missed.
about the runaway freight train there.
Markkanen got that one. He's already missed a couple free throws.
They're taking him out. And this guy has worked so hard. When he showed up here, he was 240. He's down at 219 right now. He came in at 20% body fat. Chris Rounds working with him every day, exercise, lifestyle, nutrition. He's now at 7 to 8% body fat. His goal is to get down to 5% body fat.
Big free throws from Markkanen.
That guy is a real champion. What a future he has.
Plenty of time. Cal doesn't need threes yet. Here's Rabb.
They'll take 1 at this point. They have 51 points.
Rabb again, just going to screen, not looking for the ball.
Can't run away from it.
Go get it. Here he goes now. Backing down
This
Markkanen.
is not the strength of his game. Great defense, Lowry Markkanen.
But Rabb got a good shot away, but it wouldn't fall. Trier with the clear.
Must stop time here for the Bears. Arr! Send him back. Block a shot, get a rebound, make a steal, get a deflection. Arr! This crowd just ecstatic.
I'm not encouraging you anymore as, boy, what a terrible play there as Allen throws it over the head of Markkanen.
So Lowry needs to learn how to position himself with footwork. One-on-one here, the 2 stars coming in. Lowry just holding his ground, plays perfect, doesn't go for anything. He knows he's got length, he's got just size, strength, and power. What a play here.
By the way,
Lowry.
are you supposed to be a bear or a pirate when you grow? It sounds like you're
Bears.
Blackbeard when you.
Bears, man. We're trying to protect our little children from the attacks on the school.
All right, so it's Cal ball. I know you don't like to talk basketball, but
What are you talking about?
how does Cal handle this possession here? You have a minute left. You try to get a quick 2. Or are you setting up Bird for a 3?
You've got to go to the hoop here. You're in desperation time. It's taking you 39 minutes to get 51 points. How long is it going to take to get 7 more to win this game? And you don't have any time to waste out there. You got to get somebody driving to the hoop. Either make a play, get to the free throw line, or set up a 3-point shot for a Grant Mullins. But right now there's no playmakers. You got to get Sam Singer going. You got to get Stephen Domingo going. These are all bench players here, in a surprisingly deep team for Cal. Going into the start of the season, I didn't think Konzo was going to go this far deep into his bench.
What does this say about Arizona that its best players don't have their best games yet they can still maybe beat a good team?
I'm concerned for Arizona. They were better before Trier and PJC came back. When the 3 freshmen were the total focus of everything, they were a better team.
So you look at the fact that Arizona has 17 fouls, so if they were to foul Cal here, it'd be a 1-on-1 situation. Cal basketball down 6 just outside a minute to go. And again, their starting point guard, Charlie Moore, has not played in the second half because of a hip injury.
Arizona has to show more hunger on offense, hunger within the structure and the discipline that Sean Miller gives this team. And his lecture today about the attack, the relentless offensive attack, it was just beautiful. Jabari Bird, now that's a play right there.
Bird couldn't hit it. They had a great look, but Singer gets the offensive rebound.
Congratulations to Konzo on one of the most imaginative and creative plays I've ever seen on that out-of-bounds play.
Singer driving.
Again.
Mullins is open from the corner. No good. They had two great opportunities. And a foul is called here on Cal. So Arizona is going to be at the line for 2. 2 great looks. One by Bird, one by Mullins.
All you can ask for in life is a chance. And that's what Cal had. They let it fly. It did not work. The Bears will be chartering back tonight. Been on the road for a long time. When was that Arizona State game? Was that Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, yep.
And an 8 o'clock start tonight.
So 2 free throws here for Chance Comanche, who's had a nice night.
Raining up and down the coast of California. Beautifully sunny here in the desert. Chance Comanche achieved.
8 points, 5 rebounds. Meanwhile, Ivan Rabb just 2 of 7. 4 points, 2 rebounds in 25 minutes.
Look at the shoulders on Chance Comanche.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the first half.
Remember when?
Missed the second one. Cal's got to hurry now. They definitely need threes.
Did I
One
just hear
timeout
what
left.
you said? Beautiful fake Sam Singer. Play of the night offensively for Cal. You got to be up there and deny inbound possession.
And Singer fouls Allen, who will come shoot 2 free throws. Allen 74% on the season, 2 of 2 tonight at the line. 5-point lead for Arizona. Again, if Arizona wins, it'll have a 1.5 game lead on Oregon for the top spot.
Who won the Oregon at USC tonight? That's a game there. I'll tell you, I bet SC gave them all they could handle. USC's a good team.
Oregon right now is up 5 on USC.
That's a huge recovery. Oh my gosh.
Another missed free throw for Arizona, which came into tonight number 1 in the Pac-12 and number 12 in the country in foul shooting.
Doesn't look like it's a real happy bench over there for Arizona.
Been a tough game against this physical Cal defense. 1 out of 2 for Kadeem Allen.
Arizona's not backing away from anybody physically.
6-point game.
Get on the run.
There's still time, and Cal has a timeout.
Great defense, Kobe Simmons there, shutting down Grant Mullen.
Wild shot by Mullins, but a late whistle and a foul is called.
Good call.
So Mullins will go to the line for 2. They get Kobe Simmons for his second foul, 20.2 on the clock.
Have you ever been to Burlington, Canada, where he's from? Not to be confused with Burlington, Vermont. You know, Bernie and Ben and Jerry's and all that kind of cool stuff up there.
So 2 free throws here from Mullins.
He grew up a mile from Lake Ontario. Go down there and go swimming all the time. My gosh. Free throws, please, guys. I mean, top players, seniors, veterans.
No, both teams.
Game on the line. But Burlington, Vermont voted the #1 mid-sized, most livable city in all of our great neighborhood of the North, Canada.
1 out of 2 for Mullins, 5-point game. Cal will try to get the steal, and if not, foul immediately to look to extend the game.
So
and hope
deny
Arizona
the possession, make him throw over the top, and then the second line, the guys go for the steal.
Here's Trier, and they're not fouling him. Now they do, and Trier, who has not scored, 0 for 5 from the floor, will go to the free throw line. So in the long run, Bill, because you have said on a couple occasions tonight you don't think Arizona's been as good since Trier came back.
Right.
Do you still think Arizona's a national championship contender?
They have the talent to be. Do they have the team chemistry? Do they have the spirit? Do they have the hunger? Do they have the key elements to group success, which is sacrifice and discipline? And what Sean Miller was talking about in practice today is that when there's an opening, you have to take it. You can't stand there and relax. And I was disappointed a week ago in the game at Oregon.
Well, especially the way
They
they
did
looked.
not come to fight last week.
Well, especially the way they looked against UCLA when Trier came back. I mean, they played a great game.
Fantastic that game. And that's the frustrating part for me, because I get to see all these brilliant performers. And when I see it once, I say, okay, now I know you can do it. What does the motto say over there at the Ginny Clemens place?
While you're looking it up, I'll tell everybody what happens here with Trier getting the second free throw. 61-54, 7-point game.
I am, I can, I will. Ginny has done it. The Lappin family has done it. The Braccia family has done it. Now it's up to these guys. It's their turn. They've been given the tools. Can they deliver?
You know, just watching, you mentioned Sean Miller, his conversation today, watching Sean coach and then talking to his peers about him. You know, there's been a lot of talk locally about no Final Four yet for Arizona, but it's going to happen at some point, and you hope it does for this program, that at that point Sean will get the recognition that he deserves, because he is very well respected in the profession by other coaches, and that's...
Sean's not interested in a recognition. He's interested in these young people's development.
I understand, but...
And this guy is fantastic. We talked about the elements, the relationship between the teacher and the pupil. We talked about you have not taught until they've learned. From the player's perspective, you'll never learn what you don't want to know. So if you come in here with this closed mind, are you curious? Do you read? Do you go into Ginny's academic center over there? Are you willing to take a chance?
Here's Singer. Bird turns and fires and drills a three. Konzo Martin was going to call a timeout.
Okay,
and
now
decides
deny
to hold
the
on to
inbound.
it.
Make him throw over the top. Now they call the timeout.
So 10.7 on the clock. They're still down 4. Any more bottles there, or are you done? Is that it? Have you given me all 10?
No, I got one right here. This is maybe the best.
You already gave me
Shoreline. I played this night with the band.
You
July
played with the
30th.
band?
Help on the way. That's here. Do that one first.
Help is on the way. Dick Vitale. Wednesday night.
Gosh.
Help for me on the way to handle you.
Didn't we discuss this last week? Jabari Bird. Come and look at that footwork. The ability to pivot. That is such a tough shot. He makes it look easy. It is so hard physically to be able to pivot all the way around.
What about Cal? I asked you if Arizona's a national championship team. Is Cal, I'm not talking about national championship, but is Cal a good enough team to do something in the NCAA tournament if it gets there?
Yes. You know, all your buddies in the committee, they got to realize that the Conference of Champions is the place to be. The geography of genius here. And, you know, the ability to compete every single day at this highest level. You got 3 top 10 teams in the country in one conference. That should not be a penalty for the rest of the schools. That should be a bonus.
Trier is fouled.
Alonzo Trier intent on getting to the free throw line here. Shades of Bryce Alford, please.
What do you mean?
He just holds the ball when all he has to do is pass it and the clock will run out.
Well, no. They're going to foul whoever, and he's got an 80% free throw shooter.
So what about the other 20%? We've had this conversation before.
And look at you just getting a shot.
Here.
Bryce Alford's had a good year. UCLA's had a good year. Why are you getting a shot?
Not a shot. That's a fact.
9.6 seconds remaining.
It's a fact.
Sure.
We were there. December 28th.
I wasn't there that night as Trier gets the first free throw. Are you talking about the one free throw that he missed, which led to a 3-point basket by Dylan Brooks to win the game?
He misses more than 13% of his free throws.
Yeah. He's still one of the best free throw shooters in college basketball.
He's not as good as Thomas Welsh.
Just 3
and
points.
Why do players, forget names, why do players hold on to the ball intent on getting fouled so they can go to the free throw line?
He missed the second one. 8 seconds to go. Cal has to hustle. 5 seconds. Singer fires for 3. Not even close.
Great defense, PJC.
And Arizona survives.
The Bears sent back. Our children are safe. The Cats, scratched and clawed the whole way through, and the growling wasn't good enough for the Bears. We'll see them in 2 weeks when they host Oregon on California Gold Night. Bring your best here. Have another hit. Help on the way.
Final score from Tucson, Arizona 62, Cal 57. For Hall of Famer Bill Walton, I'm Dave Pasch. Good night from Tucson. College Basketball Live is next.
Throw it down, Kobe. Send them back. Protect the children. The Bears are